Swimming in Speedos is like fucking jacking off with too much lube. When you get on a Speedo, you're like a goddamn dolphin just in the water. You glide. It is.
Subscribe to the podcast, KFC Radio on YouTube.
Bang.
Yo, look who it is! Look who it is! This fucking guy.
Good. I haven't eaten today. I feel skinny. My tongue hurts. I just saw Lisa Ann.
I was hoping you got to see her. I was hoping.
I'm a fan of hers.
Yeah.
I think she's fucking awesome.
Yeah, no, she's in many different ways. Have you ever done anything with her? Now that she's doing like the, podcasting and radio and all that shit?
No. I wanted to. She did a tour. Are we rolling?
Yeah.
Good. She did a tour. She did a tour of for something. She was promoting something, but it wasn't her thing. And she was so fucking good. I actually started saying, like, tweeting out, like, this woman's fucking awesome. And then what's crazy is the porn industry shows up when, like, if you
you tweet the bots and
they're like, have you ever seen Adriana Chechik? And I was like, no,
bro.
Who's that? She's like, she'll suck a Uber driver's dick, and we're like, well, googling Adriana Chechik. Adriana Chechik did this thing where she was swapping cum with another girl, mouth to mouth, and I was like,
I love Bert.
I was like, shut the fuck up.
Yo, you know what she did the other day? She went live. We talk about Adriana Chechik like once a week.
She's awesome.
She went live the other day and took all of the lube she has like in her house, lubed up a like mat on her floor, got totally naked, and did human bowling. She set up bowling pins and like slid cannonball style into. I mean, her legs were going into. The camera was like inside.
You
know.
She offered Tom and I to double team.
I know. Let's fucking talk about that because you pussies said no.
I know. Well, what
are you, married fucking happy assholes?
We pitched it to our wives. First was like, hey, can we just fuck her, right? And both our wives were like, no. Because we're like, well, it's for a bit. It's for a bit, right?
Yeah, it's content.
Like, look, I kissed a woman when I did my movie. By the way, that was like, you're not supposed to like talk about that. You're supposed to kiss someone on a movie and then be like
professional.
Be like, oh, that's part of work.
Right.
It's part of work. And I was like, the fuck it was. I had to change my pants. Because I was getting a boner. That's why. But you're kissing someone. You're really kissing someone.
Well, that's why every fucking star, they all end up fucking each other and dating each other because you can't really fake that.
I actually said to my co-star, I was like, I'm going to talk about this. I hope you're comfortable with that. She was like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. And I was like, because it's like this is really uncomfortable for me. And my wife was there.
Oh, boy.
And so, she was. We were in Serbia doing it. But so then we pitched it to our wives that we just fuck her. And then they were like, no. Then I was like, okay, what if we use strap-ons?
Yeah. Right.
And then Tom's like, what are we going to do with our dicks? I was like, we'll be jerking off.
You idiot. Come on. And then, how about this? I've seen where I've seen a fleshlight inside of a chick.
Yeah,
so you're technically just
her name.
Yeah, did she do it? Yeah. So then you're just fucking the fleshlight.
I would be into that also.
Yeah.
Well, the last one I pitched is, what if we put on strap-ons backwards like tails, so we're not even looking at it.
Like pin the tail on the donkey.
And they're like,
shit.
no. And my wife is like, she's cool as fuck, right? I can say anything, and my wife's a ride or die. There's a couple things, like my wife does not get jealous at all, at all. We do topless back when I did clubs. At the end of the night, we would do topless shots. So if you were topless, you got half off on your shots. So everyone would be topless. Yeah. I mean, I'll show you pictures. And you're gonna go, that looks fun. Okay. My wife does not give a fuck. Doesn't care. Where's Indiana?
She knows you're coming home at the end of the day. That's why.
She knows who she married, right?
Right.
And I know who I am.
Right.
Where's Indiana? I'll show you this fucking picture. Anyway, so she wouldn't let us fuck. Like Tom and I went to a dominatrix, and she was totally cool with it. Cool with it. We put electrodes on our dicks. She shocked our dicks. My wife's totally cool. I said the other day I wanted to get a muse for our bus, right? Get a muse. Hire a muse. Fucking hot chick. Small bikini.
Does a muse have to be a hot chick?
Yeah, it has to be a hot chick.
Bert Kreischer, guys.
I don't know what you're into, but yeah. I mean, you can do whatever you want. I don't care. I'm not judging, but yeah, I would like a hot chick. Well, it's after that. I watched that clip of that I'm Jason Salte's man.
I got jams. I'm his views. I got jams.
And I was like, God, man, I bet. I'm not even joking. I bet if
You'd
I
be
hung out
better.
with her, I'd be inspired.
Yeah.
If she hung out, I'm not trying to fuck her. Right. But just being around her, and especially if like you got real muse, like a genuine muse, right?
Yeah.
Like a real free spirit, like Kate Hudson in Almost Famous,
yeah.
right? A real like joint rolling.
Sure.
Let's open a bottle of champagne. Like that kind of muse.
Have another one,
Dude,
Barrett.
I feel like every muse might inspire you for a little while, and then
you get fucking
ruin your
annoying,
life.
right?
Yeah. Well, that's cool. So it's
tear
just a
you
muse.
down.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
a muse. You get them for like a fucking couple weeks.
Like Yoko Ono was a muse, right? And then,
Yeah.
and then she'll ruin a life.
Yep.
And so
couple
I was
lives.
like, we got a bus muse. We give her $1,000 a week, right? Take her on the road for as long as we want. And then when we're done with her, we'll just be like, hey, I think we'll
Throw her out the trash.
And Leanne,
No way.
fucking shut down.
Really?
She was like, that will not fucking happen.
Weird that she has certain.
I was like, I'm not.
I guess
gonna-
maybe
Dude,
just on the
I
bus,
think
like
that's 'cause
something's
Leanne's
gonna
smart. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't have her around hearing all that shit.
Yeah, and Leanne
off
goes,
camera and like you know.
She was like, I thought I was your muse, and I was like, you're my
Oh,
muffler.
that
You're
might
my
be
muffler.
why.
My muffler.
You tell me the ideas that suck.
No, you know what? She just shuts down all your ideas.
She
Everything you pitch, like no, that sucks.
she is it's funny, she's game for so much shit. She is game for shit that I go, really?
Yeah.
And then when you something soft like just getting a bus muse. By the way, I thought
Just like fucking a porn star and getting a hot chick to live with us 24/7. I can't believe she drew that line there.
I was like, babe, I'm doing it for the content. Like, it would be good content, right?
Yeah.
See if a
Oh,
muse works.
sure.
Yeah, get a muse.
Sure.
Like, but she fucking.
What you need is a muse that like fucks the other guys on the bus. Like
No,
single
no,
guys.
no.
My muse.
Yeah, Bert
and
Kreischer's got a chastity belt
then
on.
Leanne makes it real. She goes, imagine if someone said to your daughter, why don't you come on our tour bus and be our muse? I was like, not take it like that.
Yeah, no.
Fuck, it's not my daughter. It's someone else's daughter.
We
Jesus.
used to get that all the time when we had smoke shows of the day and blackout tour, girls dancing. And like, what if it was your sister or your child? I'm like, well, then it would be different. Then I would change my opinion completely, but it's not. So shut the fuck up.
It is weird when you watch it, like when you watch dudes hit on your daughters.
Oh my god, I can't
And
even imagine.
I remember a very long time ago. I was holding George's hand, and I was walking through. She was walking age, but not much higher. And I was walking through the Grove over on Fairfax, and I was maybe 32 years old, 34 years old, and I saw this hot chick, and I just looked, and it was a dad with his daughter, and he looked at me, and in his eyes, he was like, easy, motherfucker.
Yeah.
This will be you one
Right,
day.
it's coming.
And
it's
yet
coming.
last night we went on a hike with the girls, and dudes are walking down, and this dude, the girls are ahead of me. George and I'm with Leanne, and this guy comes down with this fucking dog, and he's like, hey, and then they're petting the dog, and he's like, so what's
you
your name?
know how this goes?
And I just walked up, I was like, and he was like, hey man, big fan, and I was like, yeah.
Oh, are you?
And then he does the math, and he goes, Isla, oh my god.
It is funny too because everybody knows their names and everything,
Yeah,
so they can
and-
really put it together.
As soon as he was like, it's fucking.
The self-confidence.
And I'm sure the
you
girls
need to
love
hit
that,
on-
by the way.
Georgia picked. Well, I mean, I'm not saying she picked her college, but one of the deciding factors is she got Leanne watched her get hit on at one of the colleges she went and looked at. She went in, and this guy came up and was like talking to her, and Georgia like felt great about herself, and then Leanne's like, what are you thinking about going here? And she's like, I don't know. The boys are cute here, right?
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh, fuck. That's gross.
It's so crazy how dumb we are, like in making school decisions. Like I would cross colleges off my list because it rained that day.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'm not going there. It rained. Like it rains everywhere. But for like, I'm making life-altering decisions based on that.
For the next 4 years because one guy said hi to you.
I just went. It was that and the fact that I wasn't there.
Yeah.
I wanted her to go to Boulder so bad. I wanted, and she got in, but when we went there, I went with her, and I got recognized like crazy.
Yeah.
And she was just, you could see her just turn off like.
I mean, I think unfortunately for her, you're going to be recognized pretty much everywhere now, brother.
I'm not allowed to tell anyone where she's going to college. I'm not allowed to go to any of the games.
I believe
the fucking head coach, or the offensive coordinator reached out to me and was like, "Hey man, I'm a fan. I'm here."
Sorry, bro.
And I was like, "Fuck."
Can't do it. Yeah, that sucks. Because you basically, you could like relive college if you wanted to.
Yeah, looks like I'm not going to any Notre Dame games.
Oh man, dude. So I was listening to one of the funniest things I think you guys have come up with recently is the idea of trying to level the playing field for you and Stylebender, where he has to drink as much as you can and then fight hungover.
He doesn't party either.
I know, but he was talking about like sparring you, right? And he was like, I'll drink a little and then spar. But I think if he went like shot for shot with you all night long, I think it's actually a pretty it greatly evens the playing field. I mean, he'll still just beat your fucking ass, I'm sure. But
here's the deal: it's like swimming with a great white shark. So when you swim with great white sharks, and I've done this a lot. I've done it more than twice. There is a moment where a great white shark is kind of drunk, and it's if you put enough blood in the water, sharks get drunk. And as they not great whites, I've never done this with a great white, but blue sharks, I think that's what they're called. You can grab their nose and push them back. And because they're like almost like drunk because
off the blood. Just like,
yeah. And by the way, I'm not a botanist or whatever the fuck those people are. But like but I've pushed blue fin sharks or whatever. I pushed them back.
Wow.
But
you think you can get that with Stylebender?
There's a razor's edge to that.
Yeah.
Because right before they get drunk,
they're bloodthirsty.
They're fucking sharks.
Yeah. They're at their peak shark.
So I got to get past that razor's edge with Stylebender and get him so drunk that he's sloppy but not dangerous. Because if I get him drunk enough where he gets angry and he's like, fuck this, and he starts knocking my teeth out one by one, I need to get him past that where he's like seeing double and wants to throw up. And if I punt and he gets like, I need that because I know I can outlast him drinking very easily.
Yeah. Sure.
Guy doesn't drink at all. I don't think.
Yeah.
Man, talk about fun. I wouldn't mind one of those. I wouldn't mind winning a fight and then doing the tour after the fight. Like when he won that next week, he did all the fucking stops. He did press.
I bet.
He partied.
I'll talk to the whole
jets.
world. Yeah,
dude, how much fun! I don't think we'll ever have anything like that in life. Like that.
that high.
Yeah, even when you do a special, it's kind of like. I know.
Well, I would. You said Red Rocks was like your at this point in your career. The highest, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, by far.
And did you feel, like how good did that make you feel?
It's funny because I'm doing it right now with the Greek because I'm doing the Greek Cinco de Mayo, and it's almost the fun is selling the tickets because the Greek is during Cinco de Mayo, it's during the Netflix is a Joke Festival, so there are 20 of the largest comics in the world are putting on shows. I think Chappelle's doing 2 at the Hollywood Bowl. Like, I mean, Ali Wong's doing 7. So like it's a really hard time to sell tickets. Yeah. But that and that the selling of the tickets is for me that's the competition. That's the fun part. Yeah, and then you do the show. The show goes off. It's going to go off fine. It'll be great. It'll be a blast.
Well, because you know your routine and you do your routine. So the new thing is really selling those tickets. Right?
And then you go to the green room and then. The green room's a little stressful, and I know that we have like big name celebrities are coming to the green room that night, and I'm going to try to get them on stage. See, that's the other thing is also I'm also putting on a show. So like we have this band called Metalachi. They play metal covers in mariachi style. So they play "Living on a Prayer," but like in mariachi.
Yeah.
My goal is to get the celebrities that are coming that'll be hanging out backstage to get them on stage at the end of the night singing "Living on a Prayer," singing, and so. That goes on in my head. So there's a lot of stress of pressure of what I want to happen for the night. And then when you get there, then all of a sudden you're like, did someone take the marijuana? Like, why is everyone opening the good wine? Like, when I did Red Rocks and the best was at the end, just that by yourself moment. The by yourself moments when you're doing theaters are the best. I remember the first time I sold out the what's the one in Boston? The Wilbur. And I sat backstage. I was cold, and I was warming myself against the heaters in the back. And I thought, I'm the only one here. Like I've been the only constant in this career. Like I have no one really to celebrate with but myself. Yeah. So I was like, you better learn how to enjoy this by yourself.
Sure.
Like you better learn how to be like, hey man, I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful. And so when I did Red Rocks, I went out, brought a joint and a Tito's and soda.
Like, this is you. This is
went
your moment.
Went out to the fucking stage at midnight, watched the stars, sat down, smoked a joint, had a drink, and I was like, this is the guy I get to celebrate with.
Yeah.
It's Bert. You're going to have a million people there. Television execs, movie execs, your wife, your kids.
Openers,
your kids
whatever.
have no fucking idea how hard it is to sell fucking 10,000 tickets. But you do. You're the only one. Your wife, your manager doesn't know. Like, my manager can tell me, hey, we need more promos for Brooklyn. I'm in Brooklyn next week. You know, that like my brain's always thinking about that. But you're the one that has to sell the tickets. You have to do the promos. And so at the end of the day, you're the one that gets to celebrate. And the only other people that understand that, oddly enough, are comics. Like, this is it was one of my favorite stories. And it's a bad story to tell on podcasts. I know it might be alienating. So I was in Vegas, right? I did 2 shows in Vegas at some theater. And I'm walking around and I see a Rolex shop. I'm a big fan of Rolexes. I don't have a hard time buying myself presents. I can buy other people presents, but I have a hard time spending money on myself.
Yeah.
So I go in, I look, and she pulls out this really nice Submariner, black Submariner. She's like, you should buy it. It's whatever. You can Google how much a Submariner costs. But I'm like, I don't know. I don't think so.
But if it was for someone else, you'd be like in a heartbeat.
In a heartbeat.
No
And
problem,
I just bought my wife a Rolex 2 months before that for her birthday in August. I bought Leanne a Rolex, and I had no problem spending that money. So I leave. My wife calls me and she goes, "Did you get it?" And I said, "I don't know. I don't think so." And she goes, "You know, you work really hard. You deserve it." And I was like, and then I get a message from Tom, and he texts me. He knew I was there. I sent him a picture, and he goes, "Did you get it?" And I said, "No." And he writes back, "Hey man, you are the hardest working guy I know in comedy. You are on the road months at a time. You live on the road. You live working. You never take a break. You're flying to Austin to do Two Bears, One Cave. You are working at the highest level in our business. If there is anyone that deserves this watch, it's you."
Yeah.
So
there you go. Oh,
right? I bought
beautiful.
it. Right? I go back and buy it. The next day I call Tom. I'm like, "What are you doing?" And he goes, "You know, man, I sent you that text, and I realized the same applies for me." And I was like, "Where are you?" And he goes, "I'm at a Rolex store." I said, "Are you serious?" He goes, "I mean, I sent it to you," and I was like, "I fucking work hard. I deserve a treat."
It's true though. Both of you guys is fun. What did you give him? I know you guys were talking about the gift. Is his birthday pass yet?
Nope.
Did you get him just a fucking straight up car? Is it just like a $500,000 car? Because I know you're just gonna launch Two Bears Racing.
This is the trailer.
Oh God.
This is all getting delivered August. This is for our wrap. These are all getting delivered August April 4th. I will be flying down to deliver Tom his birthday present. I'll see if I can find the car. I don't know where.
When you guys were talking about Two Bears, and you said it on the show, you were talking about like your Barstool. I was like, this, you can do that. You can make a racing team.
We are.
That's a very real possibility.
Two Bears Racing.
You guys can do anything at this point, which
Two
is
Bears
scary.
Racing starts in April.
Yeah.
I'm not sure when our first race is going to be. We're doing endurance races, so it's a more accessible race for guys like Tom. I think our first race team will be Tom, Matt Farah, and Joe Rogan, and they will do the endurance race. I've got flame retardant suits, track suits made for them. I've got I bought 4 extra tires. I bought a $56,000 BMW for him. I bought a trailer for him. I have the guys over at RecTech are setting up a smoker that can attach to our trailer so we can smoke at these endurance races. And I'm fucking excited. It's a birthday present. For anyone that doesn't understand, Tom and I always buy more expensive birthday presents for each other. And
it jumped so fast.
It got to $100,000 in fucking 2 years.
1 year, yeah.
In 2 years, it got to $100,000. And so then
Does he know his gift yet?
Oh yeah, because I had to. It's
so complicated.
It's a company. I mean, Two Bears Racing is a fucking LLC.
Yeah, you gave him like a new job basically.
It's our job. We better make money from this. And so, but he's obsessed with cars. He loves cars. He loves track racing. It's one of the things he does for his 40th birthday. He went and just rode cars around a track.
That's sick,
and I said, I said to him, and this is my belief. And if you're looking for a way to succeed in business, this is how I think. Find the thing that you love, and then focus on that. And I told him, I said, you love racing. Why don't I support that in you? And let's start a racing team. And he was like, are you being serious? And I was like, that'll be your birthday present.
Dude, I mean, you guys have the money, you have the fans, you have the connections. Like, you really can do
ad sales.
anything.
We're going to sell spots on the car.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go out.
Done.
We're going to race. And look.
It's what we've done at bars. Like, we were a techno tour. We've done business. We've done sports. We've done music. I mean, you can do anything once you have the fans that follow you.
The difference is you guys have a collective brain of weirdos and then really smart motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Who like, because I told you, I mean, I'm not claiming that I'm just saying, very honestly, we came up with the idea of Two Bears Sports Management,
right,
like almost a year before you guys came up with Barstool Sports Management.
Oh yeah, we came up with it the day and the name and likeness passed. We were like, okay, we're just going to do this now.
And you did it. Yeah. And by the way, and this is where Tom and I fall short. I have horrific, weird, out of the box ideas that. Like when I said Two Bears Sports Management, we talked to our agents. Tom's like, I think it's a good idea. How do we do it? And that's where my brain stops.
Right.
And you guys were like college athletes.
But you know what's funny is like we did it. Now we have like 150,000 athletes, and now we're like now what? So like, we don't know what we're doing either. We just like dive in and then we'll figure it out later.
That's the interesting part about like Two Bears Racing is Tom. I can go. Let's do Two Bears Racing because I know Tom loves racing. I know he will commit energy to it. I know that our fans will follow Tom's passion. Passion begets passion.
Yep.
And then I know our ad sales sponsors are going to come and sponsor the car. I know that we can get there. And then he goes, well, what's the end goal? And I said, Formula One. Let's do Formula One.
It's not that crazy.
Listen, these are the ideas I've had because I'm on a plan track to be a billionaire. I would like to be a billionaire. I would think that would be fun as fuck to be a billionaire.
Oh yeah,
That's pretty decent. I think I would agree to that. Yeah.
One of the ones I wanted to do was we do live events and we $10 and we do a live stream and they were very successful during the pandemic. I said let's do a Shark Tank live event where all the money we get, all we're doing is letting our fans pitch their ideas to them. We're going to weed them out, but we're going to bring them on. We'll bring on 20 fans. They'll pitch their ideas, and then all the money we make from this, we invest in that business. And it's a Two Bears venture. And he's like, I love it. What? Let's get it started. And that's where I think we slow down. Is like we're like we need some sort of literally a genius to fucking come in and go, let's fucking execute these things.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of what we do with Erica.
How your goals in life have changed. Because I remember there was one time you were on the show where you said like 20 million, you'd be set.
Yeah, now we're going to $1 billion.
Yeah.
You blew past that pretty quick.
I want a yacht. I want to be an oligarch. I want put a Model N's up in a suitcase money.
So wait, to go back to when we were talking about with the style bender getting drunk and even the playing field, we had a question on pretty much that same day that you guys had that episode out. It's Usain Bolt versus Joey Chestnut, the hot dog eating guy. You got to run 100 meters, but also eat a hot dog. So Usain Bolt's expertise is being super fast, and Chestnut can eat the dog really quick. So who has the better? So you both got to run and eat, right? Or is it eat and run?
Eat then run.
Eat the hot dog, then run. So Chestnut can do it in like 3 seconds. A regular person eats a hot dog. How long does that take? And then run 100 meters. Who wins that? And where do you think you fall on that?
I think Joey Chestnut wins that.
I think so too. I think that eating the hot dog takes longer. The difference in time from eating hot dogs is greater than the difference in their 100-meter dash.
Oh, without a doubt.
Because you're going to finish the 100-meter dash in like 15 seconds versus his like 10 seconons or whatever.
I love that. By the way,
hot dog just it's gone.
That could be an Olympics of just because Speedo reached out to me because I did a Speedo submission when they kicked Ryan Lochte off the team. I offered them my talents. I said to them, by the way, at the
that's
time
a big miss by them. They should have done that 100%.
I said for $100,000, I would wear a Speedo everywhere I went for 1 year. Everywhere I went for 1 year.
Wait, so what year was that?
You'd have to pull it up.
I mean, you were obviously.
It was a while ago.
I know you're way bigger now.
It was when I was on Travel Channel too.
So maybe that was you. I mean, if you did something for a year now,
2016.
2016, so 6
It's right when I got fired from Travel Channel, probably.
I mean, the amount of money that it would cost for you to sponsor and do something everywhere you go for a year now.
I didn't do the math. I was like...
100,000.
Yeah, you're actually making below minimum wage with that.
Yeah, you really would be. I mean, it's crazy.
I offered to sell my company, me as a company, to Mark, who's the guy Mark Cuban. I called my agents and I was like, $10 million, and he gets money for the rest of his life.
What did we do? We pitched. We gave him Barstool, I think, for $10 million, and he said no.
Yeah,
he said no. They did a Shark Tank, kind of what you're talking about. Two of our guys pitched other ideas, but then Dave legitimately was like, "I'm pitching you Barstool, and you can buy." I don't know if it was the whole thing, but I think it was a $10 million stake, and he turned it down.
That
was a big miss.
At the time, he was Cuban in like live shows.
Yeah,
and he was like, your business is, because we were doing like the Barstool Blackout Tour.
The hard dick business.
Yeah.
He said, you guys are in the business of hard dicks. And I was like, I don't really know what that means, but okay. If you say so, Mark.
By the way, hard dicks sell tickets.
Yeah. Hard dicks can get you far. Hard dicks and T-shirts, man.
What does he use his phone for? I just use my phone to get my dick hard.
But I feel like the hot dog is the harder thing to do there, right?
I said there's a guy named Caleb something. It's not Caleb, your Caleb, but another Caleb who's the freestyle 50-meter freestyle world champion, world record holder. And Speedo was like, "Hey man, we're a little late to the game, but if you're still interested, we'd love to have you race our guy Caleb, and if you can beat him, we'll sign you to a contract." And I was like, "Cool. That's cool. Let's set up the parameters."
I mean, how would
he's got to swim? He's got to swim in overalls.
Okay. You say you're a good swimmer, right?
I'm a really good swimmer.
Yeah.
I'm a really good swimmer. I'm not Caleb Presley or
whatever.
I'm not Caleb. What?
Dressel.
Caleb Dressel. I'm not Caleb Dressel fast, but I could be Caleb Dressel fast if I wear flippers.
If he's wearing bricks on his fucking feet.
Let's set some precedent. Let's make it real.
That's so, and they didn't do it.
It's a handicap. I love that. I love handicapping things because it makes it so much more fun.
Right.
That's been my whole life.
Right. That would be, if you live stream that or put it on demand or whatever, it would be.
Speedo. So like, here's the problem with Speedo. No, I'm not shitting on Speedo, but here's the problem with Speedo. They don't have anyone that thinks out of the box for them. There are a lot of companies that they make good money doing what they're doing. And that was Travel Channel's thing. When I worked at Travel Channel, I remember very directly going to their ad sales department and pitching a podcast network to them. This is 2014. 2013, and I was like, you will own the lifestyle brand. The lifestyle brand, home and garden, food and cooking, travel, a great American country, everything. You will own that. You already have the talent let in. You already have the ad sales partnerships. All you have to do is increase it by $100,000 a year, and they will sponsor podcasts. And then at Upfronts, you will stand there and say, I hear a lot of people talking about magazines. Fuck magazines, Discovery. We are in the podcasting business. We have the largest podcasting. We have think about the cumulative downloads Barstool gets. I know what ours are, but I can't imagine what your cumulative downloads are. So when you sell to ad sales, they're like, fuck yes, get us in those pockets. Man, they passed so fucking quick. And they were like, why? What is this? How does this work?
It's crazy how averse people are to adapting.
They said we're in the television business. I came to Combos. Remember Combos? The Combos. I love Combos. Right. I did a joke tweet that went viral where I was like, "You've redefined my palate. I've just had hot buffalo, and blue cheese. Hey everyone, give me your favorite Combos ideas." And it went viral. People were like, whale and whiskey. They were like everything crazy.
Sure.
Combos hit me up and they're like, hey man, we'd love to do something with you. And I said, great. At the time, I was still doing clubs, and I was like, I want to do a Combos comedy tour. Combos everywhere. And you take two opposing acts, like me and Cat Williams. Two acts that normally wouldn't go together, and you do a Combos comedy tour. Or find the big drinking Mexican guy with the big drinking white guy, and then Combos. And they were like, yeah, cool. It's Christian though, right? And we're like, and so Speedo's not. They don't have anyone that thinks out of the box at their company. So when you say to them, hey man, we will do a live stream. I will race your guy, and we'll make it competitive. I don't think they go, what's in it for us? And you go, just a lot of people going, Speedo's cool.
I mean, what's in it for you? You dumb fucking idiots.
Swimming in Speedos is like fucking jacking off with too much lube. When you get on a Speedo, you're like a goddamn dolphin just in the water. You glide. It is. If you swim in a Speedo tomorrow, you will never wear a different bathing suit.
Really?
Never. You'll never wear a bathing suit to the beach.
It's that different?
It's that different.
Because you're like flopping around in a bathing suit, and this is like streamlined.
You slide through the water in a Speedo. You slide. I mean, it is. You are like. You ever seen an iguana swim where their feet and legs are back and they're just like this?
Yeah.
Dude, that is what you're like in a Speedo. You go so fast. And I'm telling you, if I go to the beach with my girls, I wear a Speedo because
I'm sure they love that.
You're in the ocean. I need to be. And my wife's like, it's an aggressive look.
What are you doing in the ocean that you need to be like?
Big waves.
I gotta be nimble. I gotta be agile. I gotta be ready.
I walked out in the Speedo one time. She goes, "You're not going out in that." And I was like, "Don't worry, I'll put on some goggles. It'll sport it up."
Like jacking off with too much lube. That is unbelievable. That's maybe the second funniest thing you said to when you said when you come, it's like you take a shit inside someone.
I feel like that a lot.
All-time Bert line. Listen, before we run out of time, we're gonna run next door and do Answer the Internet.
I love it.
So if you want to promote or whatever.
Oh yeah,
now?
Greek May 5th. I'm in Brooklyn, Providence, Portland, Maine, and
just go to BertBertBert.com.
Go to BertBertBert.com. Birdie Boy Relapse Tour is tickets are available there.
How long are you doing that tour?
I'm wrapping it up. I'm wrapping it up in April.
Feels so good when you wrap it.
I'm wrapping up in May, and then I have a big announcement that I'll be hitting you guys up for. I'm sure to announce. I have a big announcement for. Two big announcements, two big tentpole things. One roughly happening in June, and then one happening later in the year. And then I shoot my special in November, and then I think I'm going to take time off. I'm going to Europe with the girls.
You got it.
At one point, I'm going to take some time. I'm going to try to take some time off because I'm not taking any time off.
When is one of those big things in the movie, or is that
No.
So
The movie
and the movie on top of all
we
that.
got the movie. Yeah,
Jesus.
the movies. I'll be back in New York doing.
I was gonna say we'll see you
Yeah,
soon.
yeah. The movie should. I will let everyone know when my movie, The Machine, with Mark Hamill as my dad, comes out.
It's gonna be insane.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fucking.
All right, let's go. If you're watching on YouTube, click here to subscribe so that you get all the new episodes as they come out. And John, what should they click if they want notifications? Make sure you click thumbs up for the like. Hit that bell icon.